Oh yeah, it's definitely getting real. Middle class Americans are just having a tough time. They can't even recognize America anymore, man. Like this video we're about to get into, another one by Homestead Journeys, man. So many people are just giving up on everything. Let's go ahead and take a look.
So, serious question. How am I supposed to explain to my children one day that they probably, by the time they reach my age that I am now, they probably won't be able to afford themselves or their life?
Millions of Americans are literally giving up. Like day by day, they're saying, I'm done, I'm quitting, I'm not doing this anymore, because we're all tired of it. On the realest note ever, the fact that everything in the freaking store is $5, good luck trying to get, like, I'm a single man and it still is about $100. If you're trying to eat some healthy quality foods, like just to get out the store, then you go and get your gas, it's $5 at a minimum, like everywhere you go. So here's the thing, I'm making more money than I have ever made in my life. Y'all, like for real, for real. I thought that if you made this kind of money back when I was younger, like 10, 15 years ago, I thought that, dang, you really might have made it if you made this kind of money. So it's the fact that I don't even know how anybody making less than, say, 25 an hour can afford to live in America right now. Like you go getting a car payment, dude, that's $600. That's not even with the insurance, okay? You go trying to get a house, they are 7, 8 times the average income. So like the bare minimum house is 400,000. I'm just trying to say, dude, something's got to make sense because it's Memorial Day, all right? And I'm going to work because if you don't go to work today, you're going to end up spending money that you didn't have to spend. Like it's just, you got to stay ahead. And if you slip up, if you take a single break, gosh, dude, you're eating with the wolves.
Man, you just doing more than that, man. You got to work every single day of your life, dude. Like that's what the way they got the American system built. You can't even enjoy a holiday or a weekend off, man. You got people fighting for overtime. All right. You got people leaving their jobs to go find jobs, hoping and depending on overtime. That's when you know the situation is bad. I know somebody personally, and she highly depends on at least 10 to 15 hours of overtime, at least 3 weeks out of a month to make her ends meet. It's serious.
Like that's how America has become.
Anyone else feeling more depressed than normal lately? I'm just curious. Like just this like looming depression. And it's not like boohoo, lock yourself in a dark room depression, but you can feel something's off. My take is this. I just filled up my gas tank, and for $30...
Shit, the feeling that you get is when you actually get hungry and you have to decide what you're going to do, either go get takeout, go cook. You start to get depressed with that thought. Like, damn, it's not even fun to even go to the grocery store right now. When you're constantly looking at your gas tank, that meter, and you're like, shit. It's not even fun to be on the road anymore. It's not even fun to commute to work anymore. You get what I'm saying? It's just the thought of having to make a purchase decision is really bad.
I got a day's worth of gas in my truck, essentially. And I'm realizing more and more of how fucked our economy is. I went through this last recession deal that we did in the early 2000s, and it fucking sucks. And this is all the signs of what it was. I mean, how many people out there right now have no credit card debt because you don't need to live on your credit cards? I make more money today than I did 5 years ago, by far. Yet I am tremendously broker than I was 5 years ago. If I would have made this money 5 years ago, holy shit, like life would be amazing. But it's like it's not enough. And now all of a sudden you kind of like feel like a failure, and you start to get in your head of like, why am I constantly stressed? I mean, are you driving around with your check, your fuel light on, or are you giving up your health insurance because you're trying to cut corners somewhere just to get some more money and cash flow somewhere? I don't know, man. I will say this. I think it's going to get a lot worse, way worse than this before it ever gets better. I think you're going to see a lot of people struggle with addiction. I think you're going to see a lot of people struggle with mental health. Like, it's going to get fucking crazy. Kind of like it did back then. And I don't mean to be like some, like sound the alarms or whatever bullshit. But I'm just like, I'm watching more and more people just using credit cards on shit and just not having money all of a sudden. And
not even that. No, come on, man. You know what it is. You don't really want to spend that hard on cash money right now. You just want to be like, just in case I need real cash, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a credit card. I'll figure it out later. You are literally just, pushing that to the side.
Slow down the spending. And all of a sudden it's like we didn't even slow down the spending and you're just broke. I don't know. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that this is just a little phase. I guess we'll find out. I just want to let you know, if you're struggling right now, you ain't alone.
When do you think they'll get it? When do you think they're going to understand that people cannot afford the lives that they want? They can't afford the children. The generations will continue to get smaller. People will continue having fewer children. When do you think that's going to happen? Like, it's not a matter of, oh, well, it's just like a minor dip. It's a matter of the fact that people can barely make it work on their own. Or if you're in a situation like myself, I'm finally making really good money. I'm not going to immediately funnel that to a freaking kid. No, absolutely not. And yet the cost of living is still insane. Inflation's still insane. Housing still insane. And it's like they just think that they can continue to escalate on every front and everyone's still going to comply. Like, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to collapse.
Right.
Like, I just don't understand why this is all coming as a surprise for them. They just think they can squeeze more and more and more. Everyone's increasing their prices on every front and saying, why isn't anyone having children? Gee, I wonder.
I need to rant about the cost of rent in Michigan. So I'm getting ready to sell my 4-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom home in Michigan. And currently my mortgage payment is around $2,300.
Oh my
I thought
goodness.
about buying. The market to buy is absolutely psychotic. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll just rent for a year or so.
Any of y'all just recently or just thought about purchasing a home? Like, you might want to really do a lot of research, and not only just start with insurance. Research is too low. If I had to teach you anything about the home buying process the hard way, from what I've learned, is that if you're in a specific zip code and you need certain insurances, well, at least down here in the South, but anywhere really, make sure you go get average or some quotes on said zip codes, or maybe even that house that you might be interested in before you even start that process. Because I tell you, home insurances are not fun. They're not fun, and they're high.
And save some money, and that will be great, right? No. Absolutely not. Because what I've found as I'm looking at the cost of rentals is that for a 2-bedroom apartment, they want often between $2,300 and $2,800. And no, I'm not fucking with you. Who is paying these costs? Well, in one city in particular, which is Ann Arbor, I'm sure it's out-of-state parents that have quite a bit of money that are sending their teenagers to University of Michigan. And that has something to do with driving up the cost of rent there. But even in the cities that are surrounding there, the rents are psychotic. And I can also tell you that even an hour away, prior to buying this house, I rented for a year, and the cost for a 2-bedroom apartment was fucking $2,000.
Yeah,
I can pay this if I have to, but what the fuck do they expect people to do who can't? All of the people that help our society operate, who make $50,000, $60,000 a year or less in many cases, they need a place to live. And I am honestly just on a daily basis, increasingly more and more disgusted with.
It's so bad. Like, the people that are trying to get started with $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and they're in this middle class, kind of just like handcuffed kind of bracket where they can't qualify for any assistance, but they also they're working their ass off, and these are just mostly salary managers and salary people, and they're struggling just to kind of like having to go put in the time, having to raise a family, having to at least get a reliable vehicle, because that's what you need to actually do the job. But they do not get any assistance, no welfare, no EBT, none of that bullshit, housing assistance, nothing, because they have worked themselves out of those benefits. And so yet they are check to check. It's really a bad American dream.
What this country has become, because I can tell you, in that same city, in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in 2011, I paid less than $700 for a 1-bedroom apartment, pretty close to downtown. And literally 15 years later, it's quadrupled. I mean, I don't know. I can tell you right now that the wages sure haven't quadrupled. So good luck. Like,
True.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Grocery update, the West Virginia version. So I'm from outside of Philly, and groceries are high. They're high everywhere. I needed to drive down to my in-laws today to drop off some supplies for them. They're elderly, and I decided to stop at Aldi and then Walmart and make sure that they had enough groceries. And they're homebound, and they have caretakers that come in and take care of them. So I spent $175-ish at Aldi, and I literally got like the cheapest stuff possible. I bought pasta sauce, peanut butter, jelly, really basics, like the little ground turkey chops, like the little 1-pounders. I did splurge and bought a pack of steaks, but they were like the thin chopped steaks that you would make like a Salisbury steak with, something like that. Instant mashed potatoes, canned vegetables, things that were easy for their caretakers to kind of put together and, reasonably healthy. $175 for 5 bags of groceries. Not even, anything extravagant. Like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? So
Right.
I had to go to Walmart, which was a block down. And the Walmart was insane. So the register, the scanner, it was all not working very well, and then the credit card, the debit card machine wasn't working. And
Oh, hell no.
The worker guy was like so nice. He was like the nicest dude, and he was just like, "Oh, you have to put it in and out 3 times and then swipe it." And I was like, "What?" Like,
Damn, you got to make love to that damn credit card machine, man. That's what she said. You got to put it in and out and swipe it. Damn. Well, you got to take me to dinner first.
do I have to do a little spinny dance too? And he's just laughing. He's like, "Yeah, these have been broken for a while. They don't want to fix them, and they don't want to pay us to do checkout." He's like, "They're busy being billionaires." So I'm like, yep, that's about right. That's about right. And that was $140. $140 for a box of coffee, the store brand, dog food, 2 cans of fruit, like canned peaches and canned pineapple, and a rotisserie chicken. What? $140? So I spent between $310 and $320 today and did not really get much.
Nope.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane. And the thing that struck me was, I mean, this is definitely Trump country, and I'm in West Virginia. We know that's a red state, and everyone, it was crowded. It was definitely crowded, and everyone was like buying their groceries, and you could tell everyone was just very much sticking to their list. They were not deviating. They were focused on the prices. You could see it. You could see it.
I have not been on here in so long.
Oh shit.
I
shit.
just need to get my voice out. It is ridiculous how our economy is today. I work a full-time job. I have a 6-year-old kid. I'm married. You think I should be living the high life, right? Wrong. Everything's going up in price, and the expectation of us to spend money, and no wages are going up. Nothing is going up. It's just getting to the point where it's like, why aren't we angry? Why is no one doing anything? It's honestly just so frustrating to sit here and worry about how I'm gonna have my kid act like pretend everything is fine, but it's not. It's so expensive to get my kid into anything. It's so expensive to basically have a job. My job requires me to drive my own car, and they pay me $600 a month as an allowance for my car. I'm spending about $100 in gas a week just to do my job, just to go do my job. Are they giving us raises? No cost of living adjustments. My husband and I, we would love to have a house. We would love to have a backyard. We would love to do all these things, but it's not possible at all. The trickle-down economy is not working. The poor are getting poorer. The rich are getting richer. And people aren't angry about it. Celebrities are...
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have a place to voice. We could go to social media and voice, man, but that shit is getting drowned out by all the other distractions. UFOs, this, UFC fights on the lawn of the White House. The straight or hard moves, man, was a whole popular thing. No one's really talking about it now. It's not like it's everywhere now. It's always something else. It's always something else, man. And that's because, I ain't gonna lie, us Americans, we have a short attention span.
Buy my merch, buy my tickets to my concert. Oh my god. No one's buying tickets. Yeah, we're struggling to buy food. As a younger millennial, I'm really beginning to question
how the hell I'm supposed to even pay to get to the concert? Gas is high.
And we're going to call it a day. You know, I mean, I know the vast majority of us have woken up, thankfully, and we've realized that we've been sold a lie pretty much our entire lives, and that this American dream is not... It's not attainable. It's not attainable. It was attainable for the older generations, as we know. They were able to work their 40 hours a week and reap the benefits. Whereas we have to work 2 to 3 jobs just to achieve the same results. And I'm in a position where, realistically, I will have to get a second job in order to better my situation. Potentially even maybe get a third to help pay down my debt. And I'm not doing it. I'm not participating in this.
You're young enough, do it now. I'm telling you now. If you're young enough to hustle, you might as well hustle now. Hustle and do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I've worked since I was 14 years old. I think most millennials are in the same boat. We've been working forever and we're burnt out. There's been many phases throughout my life where I've had to work multiple jobs just to get by. Just to get by. And I have nothing to show for it. I don't have a house. My car, I've been driving the same car since I was in college. So 10 years, over 10 years. It's falling apart. I can barely afford groceries. I'm living with my parents because I can't afford to rent on my own. People say, oh, we'll just get roommates. I'm 30 years old. I shouldn't have to live with fucking roommates. I'm an adult. I was able to live on my own before. Not anymore, though. All of our clothes are plastic. All of our food is poisonous. It's toxic, and we're paying top dollar for it. I don't have health care. Because when I was laid off, obviously I lost my insurance, and I found a way to work for myself, but I can't afford healthcare. If I do need something, I'm paying out of pocket. The list just goes, it's never ending. And I think we're all just at a point where we're done. We're exhausted. I seek seclusion at this point. I want to go live off grid somewhere and just never talk to a soul again. I'll get a tiny home and just live in the woods. I want to be left the alone. I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. And I'm like, at what point do we band together and try to fix this? Or what? Or do
Yeah,
I,
we're not going to be able to band together, but we feel the shift, guys. This y'all don't snap. Look, just go into the internet and vent a little bit before it gets super real. Before it gets real, before you have to feel like this car isn't worth it and that you're giving up on life. Don't do it just yet.
do I give up and just go get my tiny home in the woods? I don't know.
Well, let's start this rant off right. I fucking hate this country. I cannot be the only fucking one who has considered himself a patriot their whole life and supported their country that fucking hates it here. I fucking hate it here. I'm about to lose my shit. Only income for a family of 5. I can break my back, work 2 jobs when I have to, work side jobs. I make pretty good money as a carpenter for the union. Believe it or not, over $100,000 a year where in the area where I live in, and it doesn't mean shit. Can't buy a house because I can't afford $4,000 a month mortgage payment. What makes this the greatest country? Because I'm about to flip out. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I got nothing to look forward to but paying bills and dying. Meanwhile, these can fucking rip off the country, get free housing, free fucking food, this and that, and I'm over here breaking my back to even have Christmas or do anything, and this is the greatest country in the world. It's not. I can't do it anymore. I cannot be the only one who's literally about to just go buck wild crazy and do some drastic ass shit and just say fuck it all.
So please tell me how it makes any freaking sense that as a stay-at-home mom, I had $500 in food stamps, I had health insurance for my entire family, and we got $7,000 back on taxes. I go back to work, I lose my food stamps, I lose my health insurance, and we're only getting $100 back on taxes. And this is why people don't want to work, because why am I working my butt off and losing all that stuff and still living paycheck to paycheck when I was living paycheck to paycheck before, but I at least had food stamps and health insurance and got $7,000 back? Yeah. How's that math mathing? Yeah.
So I've got to pay my taxes, make sure they get it on time so I don't get in trouble. And I got to make sure I drive the speed limit. And I got to make sure I'm on time to work every day. And I got to make sure I put in enough hours at work. I got to make sure that I reach a certain age before retiring. I got to make sure that I have enough money in my 401k to survive. I got to make sure that I make $114,000 as a single adult in New York State to make sure that I survive. But they and take all of our money to pay people to, and if they don't buy them, they're. But make sure you pay your taxes.
So can somebody please explain something to me? What the fuck is going on with energy in Virginia? Because something to me is just not making sense. Every single electric bill I'm getting is looking like this.
Oh god, damn, dude, $13.81 for the electric bill. What the you got going on? You got, I mean, bro, are you farming for crypto up in that bad boy? Like what? I mean, are you crypto mining? Is what they call it?
My electric bills are looking. How is it humanly possible that I was using 1,500 and less kilowatts every single month in 2025, 2024, and 2023? But somehow I'm using 5,000 kilowatts of energy now in 5,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000 the last 4 months?
No.
Something doesn't make sense, bro. And every time I call Dominion Energy, they tell me that I'm tripping. I need somebody to help me understand how a human can use 5,000 kilowatts when I'm never home. Never home. I don't use TV. I don't use heat. I don't understand. But this is getting to the point where I can't I don't know what to do with this shit, bro. Somebody help me.
I can't keep doing this. Like, what the fuck is even going on?
Damn.
Everything that's happening and having to still go to work every day and pay bills and rent and stress about money and go to work and pretend like everything is normal. It's just not normal. And I don't know how much longer I can do this. It's like eating me from the inside out. Why are we doing something? What the you guys?
Hey, so Duke Power reported profits of $5 billion yesterday. $5 billion. And now they're pushing to raise energy rates here in North Carolina by 18%.
Damn, they made $5 billion and still want to raise energy prices by 18%. No, bro, not even just like something under 5%. I'm talking double digits.
18%.
They are really giving the people around in that area the big one. All right, they're really giving them a big giant one too, with no jelly, raw.
Right? Can you imagine that conversation at the board meeting? Yeah, we just recorded record profits of $5 billion. Well, what's next on the agenda? I don't know. Let's raise the energy rates by 18% to make it $7 billion next year, right? Energy's not a luxury. Like it's not a subscription. It's not a Netflix that you can just cancel. Yet here we are again, just flat out bending over for these monopolies. Just bending, and there's nothing that we can do about it, right? Yeah, but you could go off the grid. Yeah, sure we can. Sure we can. But with all the advances in society and where we're at these days, how far we've came, so to speak, why the fuck would we want to do that? Like, why the fuck would we want to go back and living in huts with no electricity?
Man, people will tell you to go do this, tell you to do things that they don't even want to do, to be honest. There's a very select handful of people that are able to live in tiny homes and go off grid and do all that stuff. But you talking about the average person? We're not doing that at all. Hell no. We need lights. We need energy. We want a little bit of AC. Like, goddamn, if I'm gonna bust my ass 50 to 60 hours a week, at least I can come home to some sort of air condition. Okay, like, give me something to look forward to come home to, or something along those lines. But, bro, the bills, for them to talk about raising those rates by 18% after recording such a giant profit. Look, I don't know what their P&L looks like behind the board, but charging people extra is insane. By 18% is insane. Not just a little bit. Man, I don't know what y'all gonna do in North Carolina, but you know, somebody has to say something for that. Like, I'm pretty sure there's state regulations, right, that like restricts the amount that one thing can go to. It's kind of like how rental rates and things are. But is there such a thing for these electricity companies in these areas that run the monopolies and territories? It's crazy, man. But let me guys know what you think and where you're watching from. I'll see y'all on the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.